Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I just want to get straight into it. Let's get straight into this story time about me working at McDonald's. So, I do want to go ahead and set out a disclaimer. Well, not really a disclaimer, but just to let you guys know. If you guys have not watched my first story time about me working at McDonald's, go ahead and watch it because I asked you guys, did you guys want a series from me with me working at McDonald's? And majority of y'all said yes. A lot of y'all liked my last story time, so we are going to start a series. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, you guys are going to need more than popcorn for this series, okay? Because this series is long. This series, y'all know what y'all collect when y'all go hunting? That's the type of shit you gonna need for this series because, baby, this series is so long. It is so eventful. It is so crazy. Let's get straight into it. So, if you guys watched my last video, you guys know that I used to work at McDonald's and I ended up getting fired. So, this is like an intro into me working at McDonald's again. Okay, so let's get started. I don't even remember. Okay, yeah, I do remember. So about a year later, not a year, but like almost a year later, my friends started working at this other McDonald's. Now, this is my other half of my friends. They started working at this McDonald's that was closer to their house. Even though it was closer to their house, it wasn't that far from mine. And at this time, I had a car. So, you know, I was a senior. I had a car. So, you know, I could really work anywhere. But all my friends were applying to this McDonald's and they were getting hired. They ended up telling me, like, girl, apply. Like, you need to go ahead and apply so you can get hired. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I was very scared at first. I was very, very scared. I was like, what if I apply, get an interview, and then these motherfuckers decide that they want to call the old McDonald's, and the old McDonald's go ahead and tell these motherfuckers everything I did. But against my better judgment, against my worst judgment, I decided to go ahead and apply. So I ended up applying to the McDonald's. The first time that I applied, they didn't really call me. I called them. I kept calling them. They weren't answering. So I went ahead and reapplied again. Now, the second time I reapplied, they called me. I think I got an interview like a week or so later with this lady, and she was asking me questions about my other McDonald's. And she was like, she knew Prince. Now, if you guys did not know Prince, Prince was my first manager that I worked with, the manager that called me fat. So she was like, yeah, I know Prince. Me and him are really cool. I'm gonna just go ahead and insert this gift for y'all because y'all gonna know how I felt when she said she knew Prince. I just wanted to leave. I wanted to say, oh, you know Prince? Say no more. I'm out. I'm leaving. I don't care no more about this job. But she said she was gonna call him and see how he feels about me. And right after that, we could get hired because she said she liked me. As soon as I left that interview, I didn't even care about that job anymore. I kind of knew I wasn't going to get hired. I had a feeling I wasn't going to get hired because I'm like, if she ends up calling this motherfucker, this nigga finna go and tell her everything I did from when I didn't want to pick up the shit to when, like, he just about to go ahead and tell her everything I did, and she's not gonna call me. Surprisingly, about a week later, she ended up calling me. I guess she never called him, or I don't know, but she never heard from him. I think she called him and she said he didn't. I don't know. She never heard from him, so she ended up hiring me. Cool. It's time to play. We're going to talk about working. So working at this McDonald's, it was very, very different from working at the other McDonald's. Now, the other McDonald's, they were very stingy because I guess we just opened. We couldn't really get food for free. We had to pay. We had to get food off the dollar menu. We didn't really have breaks like that. Whereas at this McDonald's, we had breaks. The managers were a little bit more lenient. We got food for free. Every break, every shift that you work, you get free food. You feel me? We used to get free food. They used to let us eat food. Well, some of the managers, not all. Everybody know you have some managers that let you do shit and other managers that are asses. But majority of the managers let us eat. They let us eat food that customers end up not coming to get, or like if the people that are working in the kitchen make too much food, they'll let us eat it. Whereas at the other location, they will waste food. They will throw food away. They'll say we can't eat unless we pay. Like, they're just very, very stingy. I don't know why. They're very, very, very stingy. At this location, I'm not gonna lie, I actually like this location. I was like, okay, like, I'm digging this. Like, I ended up working. Now, a lot of people from my high school worked at this location also. And honestly, I don't know why, because this McDonald's was not close to my high school. It wasn't far. It was like good 15 minutes, but it wasn't that close. But literally so many people was working. So I used to work the the afternoon shifts to night shifts, because I used to go to school during the day, then I would go to work like around 4ish to like 10 or 11 or 3 to 10 or 3 to 11, you know, those type of shifts. So initially when I first started working there, I was working with this one guy. We're not really gonna name him because he's kind of like irrelevant. He's kind of irrelevant, but we're not really gonna name him. But me and this guy, we did not get along like that. Like, I ain't really like him like that because he used to talk a lot of hot shit in the hallways. So me and him got into a big argument. That was my very first encounter working at McDonald's. I ended up getting into a big ass argument with him. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't even remember what we argued over, but I just remember me and him getting into a big ass argument. So the managers kind of started side-eyeing me like, okay, like, she ain't what she said in the interview. You're right. Bitch, I'm a handful. I'm sorry. You're either gonna take it all or you're not gonna take it at all. That was the first infraction. Now let me go ahead and get this story time started. Now guys, I'm gonna just be real with y'all, and I'm gonna just let you guys know that this story time is gonna be a little boring. Don't click off. Hey, don't click off. Where you going? Come back. This story time is gonna be a little boring because this is the introduction into the series. But you guys need to watch this story time, because if you do not watch this story time, you will not get anything. Like, you will be watching the other funny series of the story time and you'll be like, who is this, who is that? So I want you guys to really listen and remember the names of everybody that I put in the story time. I'm gonna keep the names the same. The names will stay the same, and if I forget it, you guys will be there to remind me. The names will stay the same. You feel me? So we're gonna call this guy Chuck. We're gonna call this guy Chuck, okay? Okay, so at this time, I was working at the job for a good month. And so this new guy comes in, and his name is, we're gonna call him Chuck. So Chuck comes in. Chuck was very quiet. He didn't go to our high school. He was from a different district. He wasn't even from our district. He didn't go to our high school. He was very quiet, very tall, like 6'3". The only thing me and him had in common was that he was African. So he kind of knew some people in the African community that I knew. Like, that's the only thing he had in common. But I'm not gonna lie to you, I didn't really talk to him like that. I don't know why, but I didn't really talk to him like that. So a lot of the people like Chuck, and in my head I'm like, why y'all like this kid? Like, this kid, he don't really talk. Like, he never really talked to me, you know what I mean? Like, he never really talked to me. So I really didn't get why people were interacting with him. But as the story goes on, you will see why. Like, this guy was actually like a cool, well, you'll see Chuck. So one day, I didn't know his name. That's another thing. I didn't know his name, and they never gave him a badge in the beginning. So I didn't know who this kid was. I just know I used to work with him. He used to say little slick shit to me here and there. Like, oh, you don't know how to do this. Because okay, backstory. He had already worked at a McDonald's before. And I think that McDonald's got robbed. So he decided to quit. So he decided to come to this McDonald's. So he already kind of knew what he was doing. Like how you make it, like the shakes and shit. He would come up and be like, hey, that's not how you do it. Hey, bye. The fuck you talking to me for? I don't know you. Bitch, I don't give a fuck if I put in the shake on top of my head. That's how I do it. I just used to look at him like, hey, bro, move back. I don't know you. Like, move back. You're doing too much. Move back. I just used to look at him and I was like, I think I know what I'm doing. And he was like, apparently you don't. One day, one of the guys in the job, he came up to him and he finally said his name. Now, guys, let me give you a backstory. Before that day, this guy looked so familiar. The very first time I saw this guy, I said, "Godly, I swear this guy looks so familiar." But I didn't think anything of it because, you know, like the African community, everybody kind of know everyone from he say, she say shit. So I'm like, okay, I probably seen him on social media, but this guy looks so familiar, but I just couldn't put my hand on it. So the other guy came up to Chuck and was like, hey, Chuck, they gonna need you to do ABCD. So that was the first time I found out what his name was. Other than that, I did not know this kid's name. So I was like, your name is Chuck? He was like, yeah. Like, he did it just like that. He said, yeah. Hey, what's the attitude for? Bye. I was like, Chuck? I said, you the nigga that exposed my friend. I'm not really going to get too much into that, but I do have to tell you guys, like, the backstory to that so you guys can understand what I mean. I had an ex-friend. Me and her were not cool no more. I had an ex-friend, and I'm guessing she sent him some videos or some pictures of herself, and he ended up he didn't expose her, but he ended up sending it to I guess his friends, and his friends ended up exposing her. And I remember she would be complaining about him and stuff like that. And they basically dealt with each other. They dealt with each other for a little bit of time. He did some foul shit to her, and that's the reason why I kept saying this guy looks familiar, because she would show me pictures of him on social media and stuff, and she would talk about him when he would do stuff that, you know, she didn't like. I was like, okay, everything is starting to make sense. Like, everything is clicking. And I found out his name was Chuck, baby. Like any friend would do, I don't fuck with you. Like, I don't fuck with you because not only did he, like, send her pictures out, he did some other shit that was very, very foul. Not just to her, but just like from what I heard. So I you know, and then on top of that, he was always talking slick shit to me. So, you know, for a fact, I didn't like his ass. Like, I was like, hey, I don't like you, bro. Like, get away. Like, boy, get away. He was like, yeah, my name Chuck. What are you talking about? I said, you mind you, we're at work. I said, you the nigga that exposed my friend. He said, yo, son, who your friend? That's how he used to talk, bro. He used to say his son. Mind you, this nigga is African, but this nigga would sound like he's from New York. He said, yo, son, who your friend? Who your friend? Don't be coming up here. Don't be accusing me of shit, son. Don't be accusing me of shit, son. I said, you the nigga that exposed my friend. We're going to bring another character into this story, and we are going to name her Shabana. And that is her name. That is her name. I really don't care. Like, that is her name. It's this old lady named Shabana. Shabana was this Indian lady, and she did not like us at all. I think Shabana was racist. I'm not gonna lie, because she always used to say stuff like, you people, you, and she'll like point at her skin. And that's exactly how she used to talk. She hated all of the kids. Like, the only time Shabana got along with people were when there were adults working. But majority of us were high schoolers. She hated all of us, and majority of us was black. She literally hated all of us. Me and Chuck, we're going back and forth. We are going back and forth. We are going back and forth. And Shabana comes up to us and says, what is going on? What is going on? Mind you, Shabana is so short. I'm 5'3". Shabana's like 4'11", 4'10". So I'm looking down at her doing this. And she looking up at me like, what is going on? Hey, bye. Like, get away. Like, bye. So I was just like, you the nigga that motherfucking exposed my friend, and I knew it was something about you I didn't like. Like, I'm over here just making shit up. He said, oh, son, I don't give a fuck what you like, and I don't give a fuck about your friend. Fuck her. After that, me and him was not talking. Like, we never talked before, but now, bitch, now we have an issue. Like, at first we were just not talking, but now we have like an actual issue. This is the day that he tried to fight me. Okay? So I pulled up to work, skirt. I'm working with people that I like, but for some unknown reason, they ended up going home early. Out of nowhere, I see him coming in. I'm like, so when he came in, I said, he's talking about something, yeah? Mm-hmm, yeah. Yeah, what? Yeah, what? The fuck? And I'm just looking at him. Mind you, they put him right behind me. Like, he was taking orders right behind me while I was giving food out. So me and him, we were very close to each other. Like, we would touch each other, we would bump. And me, I have beef with you, so I don't have to talk to you. You feel me? So I will bump into him. He'll be like, you can say, excuse me, little girl. Hey, who are you? Who are you? Like, I'm not saying excuse me. You didn't say excuse me when you were acting a damn fool with my ex-friend. Well, with my friend at the time. So why do I have to say excuse me now? Bye. I was like, okay. I see you don't got no manners. I see. So this is where the story pops off. This is the little pop-up of the story. Basically, McDonald's, you know, is 24 hours, but the lobbies close at like 10 or 11, I think. So we ended up closing, and I think we got off at like 10 or 10 something. So we were all in the back chilling. It was me. It was this other guy that I worked with. We're not going to name him. It was this girl, and we were all three in the back. We were just eating and chilling. Like, we were eating food. We were talking. Like, we would play around and talk and have fun until we got bored and we went home. That's what we would do in the break room. We were chilling, we were having fun and stuff, and in walks Chuck. So honestly, they like Chuck. Like, the girl and the guy, they like Chuck. They were like, hey, it's Chuck. I'm looking like, hey, it's Chuck. Like, bitch, I'm not happy. I was just like, Chuck came in the back. He was like, what y'all doing? What y'all doing? They was like, nothing. We just vibing it out. We talking. We finna get out. We finna head out. Mind you, at this time, we're all eating. Like, we're all eating our dinner. We're all eating our food. And Chuck comes in with his bag of food. So he sits down. And Chuck just has this personality to him that he's just that nigga. You feel me? Like, he just had this cocky ass personality that he was that nigga. So Chuck's sitting down and he got his legs open. He looking at me. I'm like, what? He told me something. You look good today. I'm like, so you want to finesse my friend. Now you want to do a hip hop Harry who's next movement?
Who's next?
Bitch, I'm not next. I was just looking at him like, hey, don't tell me I look good. I'm sorry. Like, don't tell me I look good. I told him that straight. I said, don't tell me I look good. I know I do. So he said, yo, so what's your problem? What's your problem? I said, hey, don't tell me I look good. Like, I know I look good. Don't tell, mind you, I look raggedy as hell. But I was like, I know I look good. Don't tell me I look good. You feel me? I said, I don't know what you trying to do. I said, I don't know if you trying to fuck with me. I said, I don't know if you think I'm that type of friend that will fuck with my girlfriend's nigga. That is not me. I don't care how mad I get at the bitch. I ain't gonna fuck with no nigga that I know that has been inside or that has been fucking with my friend. I'm just not. My son, yo, son, ain't nobody trying to fuck with you. He said, I'm just trying to be cordial. He said, we work together a lot. You be mugging me. You be catching attitudes. Customers be seeing it. Managers be seeing it. And also, managers called him into the office previously and asked him if he had an issue with me because I guess they could see the tension. They never really called me in the office, but they called him to see. So the manager told him, you know, like, if anything happens, we're gonna blame you because this girl, she's a good worker and she works well. So yeah, so he was like, you know, I just don't want no beef with you. I don't want no beef with you. I was like, first of all, you over here talk about you don't want no beef with me. But when I specifically counted you out on your wrongs, you went and told me fuck your friend. I specifically told you that you exposed my friend and you went and told me fuck your friend your friend a hoe. She should never got exposed and all that shit. So he told my son, yo son, I'm done. Hey, you done with what? He said, man, mind you, he didn't used to drive up there. His brother used to drop him off at work. So he was actually waiting on a ride. I wasn't. I was just in the back talking with my friends. So at this point, me and him, we start going back and forth. We start arguing and stuff like that. But it's nothing, it's mid. It's nothing to the point of like, okay, these people wilding. We're like arguing back and forth and stuff like that. And the two people that was in the break room was just looking at us like, hey, what's wrong with y'all? So I'm finishing up my food. At this point, I'm not arguing with him anymore. I'm just finishing up my food. I'm trying to leave. I'm irritated. So I'm over here. I'm eating. I'm like, you know, I'm eating. He gonna tell my son, don't you think you've had enough to eat? And he started laughing. Hey, I know I did. I know I had enough to eat, but you didn't have to remind me. I'm here to eat. The fuck? That shit set me off. When I tell you guys that shit set me off, that shit set me off. So I had a McDonald's cup full of tea. I used to love sweet tea, either sweet tea or a Sprite. And I remember it so vividly. It was tea. It was sweet tea. And I opened the cup. And I jerked it towards him. It just got on like the bottom of his like feet area because I jerked it towards the bottom. And I said, do we have beef? He said, hey, I'm sorry to kill this hoe. Y'all, me, I'm a firecracker. You feel me? I'm about that action. You feel me? I can get buck wild, bitch. I'm from Texas. You feel me? This motherfucker was on a whole nother level. Like, I didn't think he was gonna react like that, but then again, I had to think about it. I threw something at him, but I didn't think he was gonna react like that, you feel me? So he started saying, I'm finna kill this hoe. I'm finna kill this hoe. Now he stood up. Mind you, I told you guys, he's 6'3". Chuck is 6'3". He said, I'm finna kill this hoe. I'm gonna really kill this hoe. I'm finna kill this hoe. I'm finna kill this hoe. He said, bitch, you got me fucked up. Bitch, you got me fucked up. So, you know me, I'm trying to yell back, but bitch, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little intimidated. He said, my son, when work is over, meet me outside. When work is over, meet me outside. What are you telling me for? At this point, we are not in the break room anymore. We are walking towards the lobby area. Like, we are walking like out of the McDonald's area towards the lobby area. So I'm yelling. I'm like, you got me fucked up. I was like, anybody? Because he on the phone. He's like, yeah, you need to get up here right now and bring all the guns. Why? Who are you talking to talking about bring all the guns? What the fuck is about to happen? So he said, man, this hoe is dead, son. This hoe is dead. On my mama, this hoe is dead. On my mama, this hoe is dead. I said, if you touch me, I guarantee you, I will kill you before you kill me. Like, kill him with what? Baby, I ain't have no gun. He told his brother to bring all the guns. Baby, I ain't have not one gun. I don't know how I was going to kill that nigga, but I knew I was. At this time, we are working with Shabana. So Shabana's like, hey! Y'all just imagine a short Indian lady. She's like, hey, what's going on? Guns, what's going on? Hey, fuck you, Shabana, bitch, it's time to play. So me and him were yelling, we're arguing, and at this point, the two people that I was working with was like, Irene, we don't know this nigga like that. You need to get out of here. Like, he is really amped up. Like, he gonna do something to you if you don't get out of here. So I ended up leaving. Mind you, I was so angry. I ran over something with my car and damn near took off the front part of my damn car. That's how angry I was. Like, I literally ended up running something over with my damn car. And the managers was like, hey, we need to talk to y'all in the back, because of course Shabana told on us. And they were asking us what happened and stuff. And they did us separately. They made me come back first, then they made him come back. And they were asking both of us, like, what happened? What triggered this fight? What made y'all fight? Why are y'all fighting? And all this shit. And I basically just told them he made fun of my weight, and I went off on him. And honestly, I thought we were going to get fired. Like, I really thought we were going to get fired. But I'm going to be real with y'all. This McDonald's location gave us so many chances before they cut the cords with all our asses. They really just told us that we have to work together. We have to get along, because a lot of us have the same shifts together. And if we can't get along, they'll have to cut one or both. And honestly, he came up to me like a week later and he apologized to me. He was like, hey, I really just want to apologize for everything that happened. I did not mean to make fun of your weight. I wasn't trying to make fun of your weight. It's just that you were coming for me. And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was coming for him. Like, I was coming for this nigga, bro. Like, I was like, look at your fucking edge up. Like, I was coming for this nigga. I was coming for this nigga hard. Whatever beef that I have with your friend, it should not be translated to me and you, because at the end of the day, me and you, we work together, and I really don't want us to have beef while we're working, because it's going to be very awkward. So can we make a truce? Of course, I told him yes, and I said, and I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry that I threw the drink at you. I should never threw the drink at him. And then I asked him, I said, but I have a question for you. He said, yeah, what's up? I said, were you really about to bring guns? Let me know now. He said, I ain't gonna lie to you. He said, baby, I ain't gonna lie to you. He said, I was planning on doing damage that night. Hey, I'm gonna be real. I didn't believe him. But as this story continues, y'all, you guys will understand that I probably would have got shot that night if I stayed. Like, you guys will really understand. So yeah, guys, that is what happened. And me and him ended up becoming cool because we worked so many shifts together. So we ended up just slowly but surely becoming cool. And I told my friend that we were cool. And of course she didn't like it because she didn't really like him. And I kind of understand, like, okay, like, I kind of understand where she was coming from at the time. But at the end of the day, he did talk to me about the situation. He talked to me about the situation between my friend. He told me what happened. He broke it down for me. And at the very end, he told me to go tell my friend that he apologizes for every role that he played, and he was sincerely sorry. And yes, guys, that is the story time about the time that a guy tried to kill me at the job, or the time that I got into a fight with the guy at a job. I really hope you guys enjoyed this story time. This story time is like an introduction. So this story time, like I told you guys before, is gonna be a little boring. This story time is gonna be a little boring, but this is the introduction into me and Chuck's friendship, and y'all really need to know the introduction into me and Chuck's friendship, because the story times afterwards, hey, you guys are gonna understand why y'all needed to know this specific story time. I really hope you guys enjoyed this story time, and like I said before, go check out the first story time that I did with me working at McDonald's, guys. Go check out the very first one. If you are new to my channel, go ahead and comment if you like this story time, and go ahead and let me know if you want more, because I want you guys to interact with me. I want you guys to let me know if y'all want more story times, and also if you guys like longer story times or shorter story times, let me know. I'm really my story times are really always going to be long, but story times like the introductions of stuff will be short. Like, this story time was very, very short, but it's something that I needed to tell you guys. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Check out my other videos also, guys. I have a lot of other content, not just story times. I have a lot of other content that you guys need to check out and actually see that it's actually good content. Like, I have some good content, you feel me? Bye, guys.